Today we're going to build a school that's going to nurture the minds of the next generation in all the wrong ways. And I doubt there's an achievement for something like this within the game itself, but I'm going for a greater than 50% mortality rate. So we're going to put number of trees to 0 because those are fun, but grass up to 5,000. That way the kids have something to eat. And it regrows itself, so that's not going to cost any money at all. Look at that grass. And that posture. It's magnificent. That's the face of enthusiasm right there. By the way, I didn't watch the tutorial, so you're gonna have to do most of the work from here. All I know is I've got $200,000 in one builder. Guess we're probably gonna need to actually build them a school. I bet students are worth a lot to sell. I should just try and collect as many students as possible, and then sell them for whatever someone's willing to give me. By the way, do you want to start building now? Oh, maybe that's the problem. But that shows me we can actually build pretty high. This seems more functional, but that builder's sure taking their time about it. Finally, she's getting to work on something. I think this is going to be the entrance to our school. It's as far away as possible from the entrance. Okay, apparently I didn't answer an important question and now I'm in jail. But that's okay because here I can get some ideas on how to design my school. Before I do anything, I need to pick my students. And I don't think it's really going to matter what kind of students we have. I'm going to ruin them all no matter what. And now the pressure is really on because I've got students showing up tomorrow morning. And if they don't have a school to learn in, what are we going to do? But at least they're going to learn the lesson of what it's like to walk up 800 flights of stairs every morning. Better just hire all the builders we could find. Now it looks like that's going to be about as high as we can build. We could go a layer higher, but then we won't be able to put a roof on anything. And our students probably need a roof, but now that I think about it, maybe not. Even walls aren't entirely necessary, even when your classroom is 60 feet above the ground. So were those other builders I hired showing up at any point, or... This is going to be a good school, I can already feel it. Day number 2, bring on the masses. Kids, you're going to have to educate yourselves for the day. Now we're making some progress. The students are already coming to check it out. Don't worry guys, by next week this will be done and then you can start learning. Because if you don't learn something, you're going to wind up being a builder for me, and that's not a job anyone finds enviable. I've got so many builders working for me, I really should just be a construction company, not so much a school. And we probably better add a wall in, that way nothing gets too confusing, which also hilariously traps everyone up on this thing. It's been less than 24 hours, but I've gone from a school to a construction company to a prison. Because they have no way of leaving now. So this whole big guy is going to be my first classroom. Every classroom needs a teacher's desk. And the most uncomfortable chair ever seen. Then obviously we're going to need some student desks. I'm going to place those precariously on the edge of things while not giving them any barrier at all, and also making it as far away from the teacher as possible. That way should any student actually start to fall, there is no hope of intervention and they just have to accept it. Why do you think I left them all this soft grass to land on? I mean, who wouldn't be excited to go to a school like that? We should probably actually hire a teacher, because making some money probably couldn't actually hurt right now. We're going to go with Emma Wilson, which is kind of ironic because even if she's not great at teaching physics, they're going to learn about physics whether they fall or learn it in the classroom. I guess we're sort of going to need a principal's office, and I wonder how small we can make one. Great, I've got 80 builders on payroll and it still takes forever to get anything built. Well, here we go, a director's desk. With even a director's chair, they're the lucky ones who actually get something. They can even have a vending machine that's out of reach beyond their desk. And we just need to find an appropriate place for the bathroom. At least this way we'll never have to build a gym. The students are going to be in shape all by themselves. Plus, we'll keep those expensive builders busy for a while. The students are absolutely going to love this place as soon as they figure out how to actually make a class happen. Okay, we're going to start things first thing Thursday morning. To be fair, that does sound like something my school would do. Every morning I need to make the long walk across just to be able to plan my day. But that's okay because so do they. Now, Emma Wilson, first thing this morning, you're teaching math in classroom 1. In fact, you're going to be repeating that for the entire day. You know what? We'll just round out the rest of the week with math class, because I'm going to need to spend the rest of my time figuring out where to place the bathroom. If they can make it all the way to the end of this without falling and dying, they're worthy of being in my school. And aren't the students supposed to be here learning something already? Try and coax them into their classroom. I'm going to give them one single plant, the only decoration that's going to be found anywhere in my school. Okay, today they better actually use that classroom. I worked very hard on that schedule. But then again, good luck trying to teach these morons anything at all. No, of course the only logical place to put the toilet is right here, and they get 1. But of course they deserve a little bit of privacy, so we're gonna give them a wall with a door and even actually label this properly the bathroom. If you want to use something like a bathroom in my school, you're gonna earn it. That's about as much privacy as anyone deserves. But just so it's very clear where the bathroom is, this entire maze is the bathroom. Still only one toilet, but they can walk. I paid salaries of $20,000 salary for the past week, but actually that's pretty impressive considering what we've accomplished so far. Now, the only other thing I think we could maybe use is a teacher room. No, I don't have any logic there. I just assume that because teachers are an important part of school, they maybe need stuff to teach. Yep, this door is an accurate representation of my entire school. Now, when the teachers actually want a break, they need to walk all the way up there, down those stairs, across the entire property, over to the break room. Again, this is just ultra efficient because we do not need PE class. Nothing says relaxation like a tall bush. But that's not all, they also get one single uncomfortable chair so they can sit and watch the tall bush. There we go, they're gonna love it. The bush might be a little bit much. I'm feeling a little bit too much excitement. Still a little bit curious why no one's using my classroom. This is my greatest accomplishment so far. Maybe before the day runs out, I'm going to make a work plan for the days ahead. Because educating these children is my #1 concern. So for Tuesday, I'm thinking math. Maybe this is why they're not learning. I'm assigning the wrong teacher the wrong subject. Turns out the worst part about building a school is clicking through the schedule again and again and again, every damn day. I'm also going to install an emergency staircase just in case anyone gets, stuck in the bathroom. Well, since they're clearly not learning anything right now, maybe they need walls. Which I think is a little bit ridiculous. I mean, what else are they going to need? Food? But they're not getting a roof. I don't care what you say, they don't deserve shelter. Well, look who finally decided to show up for class. Oh, so we might have a bit of a jam up at the door because these halls don't really flow very functionally. The students actually have so far to walk that by the time they get here, the class is basically over already. Really like the enthusiasm. That's why I'm paying you the big bucks. You know what, let's actually change it so there's not even a direct line of sight between the teacher and the students. They gotta go through this little maze just to get there. So I'm getting the hang of this teaching thing, I've decided to make an even bigger, better classroom. The only thing they have to do is navigate across a very sketchy narrow walkway all the way to here. At least I'm eco-friendly. Not one blade of grass was hurt during the making of this school. This all seems like a fun idea until I actually manually have to run across it again and again and again. But this looks good. Now we just need a few improvements. Which, yes, thank you, means you guys need to go. I imagine the students will probably be pretty thirsty by the time they walk all the way up here, so they're going to have to walk past an entire row of vending machines just to get to their new open-air classroom. And now we're going to show them how good at school we are. We're going to make sure we have lots of room for new students because that sounds like more money to me. There we go, maximum learning. But now I also need to put chairs under each and every one of these. It's not the quality of the education, it's the quantity. And at least if we don't make any money off of the actual teaching and stuff, we've got lots of vending machines to cover the bills. Well, that was a fun way to spend a few minutes. Now I've just got to assign a teacher and the class schedule to that. This part's kind of tricky because it's like single lane traffic. And just to make it a little bit quicker, it's going to be Edward Griffin teaching math again and again and again. Parents from all over the country will send their children here because they're too young to go to jail. But to be fair, they'd be lucky to go to jail instead of this place. I would also fire all the builders for now, but I feel like we're going to need them to intimidate the children. I didn't mean to make my clones migrate over to the new classroom, but they're going to do it anyway, so I'm just going to let them go. Nope, never mind, they're coming back. Either way, they're not getting an education. That's my promise to you. Okay, it's a new day. Can I have more slaves now? I mean, even if you don't want me to teach, I'll use them as builders. So regarding getting new students, apparently to do that, I need to wait for a long time. Because it's been 15 days. We need to wait 4 entire months for the start of a new year to potentially get new students. But on the bright side of things, we're making $60 from what I assume are vending machines. That definitely helps to put a dent in the cost of $20,000 per week in staff fees. What we can also do to help that is fire all the builders. Don't worry, if we need to build something, we can just hire new ones back. And if those people need to feed their families, I've got some very inexpensive vending machines they can buy from. I just waited through many days. Also that I could hopefully get rewarded for entertaining these morons for the past few weeks. Simply because I basically babysat them for 1 whole month, I received $120,000, which means I have considerably more money than when I started. I'm actually up 20%. All because I built a death maze for students and managed not to let any die over 28 days. Maybe next time we'll try and actually fill the school up with students.